The Backburners is brought to you in partnership with Speak Studios and Speak Boise. Speak Boise is a community-driven studio space where voices from all walks of life can speak and be heard. You can find them on Instagram and Facebook at Speak Studios, Speak Boise, and at their website, speakstudios.com. Speak Studios. Speak and be heard.
This podcast is also brought to you by Instant Imprints. Promote better with Instant Imprints. Instant Imprints are Boise's visual communication experts and your place for everything you need to promote your business, club, school, or group. As a locally owned business, Instant Imprints specializes in making your organization more visible with custom branded apparel, embroidery, promotional items, print services, and a wide format printing for signs, as well as banners and vehicle graphics. What better ways to get noticed? Visit Instant Imprints at instantimprints.com/Boise or call 208-IMPRINT. That's 208-467-7468.
Hello and welcome to the 7th episode of the Backburners. I'm Dylan Sherman.
And I am Sam Tiller. We want to thank you for lending your ears for another hour of nonstop sports entertainment.
We have some special guests in the house tonight.
I'm excited about that.
Not only do we have our producer, Fabio, we have with us tonight Chef LaRocca and the alien life force himself, Matthias Wario.
Alf himself.
You guys want to say hi?
Hello. We're having fun in the booth. We got more people than you guys do.
It's good
Happy
that
to be here.
Fabio, you have some interns.
I do. Yeah, we got Alyssa running video clips over here.
Yeah.
Matthias is our designated wine connoisseur for the evening.
Yeah, Matthias, what are you drinking tonight?
This is a fine Cabernet Sauvignon from the bistro down the street. The bodega, rather.
It's a bodega. Come on.
Spoken like a true sommelier. Well, this is a sports podcast hosted by two former jocks whose sports knowledge is a mile wide and an inch deep. Whether it's breaking down the latest slate of professional, college, and obscure sports, or debating the best game day traditions, we've got you covered. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at The Backburners Pod, and give us a listen on Spotify, Amazon Music, and sweet, sweet Apple Pods.
I don't know why you like Apple Pods so much.
Well, it just took us a while to get on there, and now that we're on it, it's so sweet.
So you want to sugar them up a little bit?
I do. Tim
Okay.
Cook, we need some love, baby. Put us on the top of the platform. Give us what we deserve.
This is definitely a top 10 podcast.
It is.
Sure.
It is. So this is going to be a good one tonight, I think.
It should be entertaining.
Now, I will say, let's preface this right away. There's no eating competitions.
Thank God.
And I think we should have a moment of silence for the amount of sodium that our kidneys processed over that 24-hour span.
I need a moment of silence for my toilet as well.
Let's do that. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, that was not a fun day following that. That was horrible.
I felt like dog shit for like 48 hours after that. It was bad.
Yeah. There's a reason that only professionals do that.
Yep.
And we're not professionals.
Parental advisory. Do not eat 6 glizzies in a minute.
No. I was deciding, we'll get into mom's spaghetti here in a second. I was really having a toss-up between.
I was almost your mom's spaghetti.
You were almost my mom's spaghetti. You really were. Because you put on a fucking show there, amigo.
I did.
Well, why don't we get started? Let's open with mom's spaghetti.
Little hands sweaty.
Knees weak, arms and heavy. So, here we go. Mom's spaghetti. Over the weekend, UFC 264.
Yep.
264. A bit of a mixed bag.
Ups and downs.
Ups and downs. You know, obviously the Conor and Dustin fight ended super weird.
It was tragic. Yes.
Yeah.
And disgusting.
Yeah, they kept replaying Conor's injury like over and over again. And no, boo to that.
I couldn't watch it. Like I watched it like twice, and then I had to, we were watching it together. I had to cover the TV with my hand because it was so gross.
It was brutal.
When the middle of your leg bends, it's not a pretty sight, and they showed it like 6 times. Like, what the fuck, ESPN?
Your wife is in me DMs. It's a bold move to say that after you got your ass beat in the first round And
I don't
then
know if he got his ass beat.
he got pummeled on the ground.
He did, but he also landed big shots.
That round was 10-8 Poirier.
No, that is fucking hot. Are you kidding me? 10-8? No, it was not. Because Conor had a takedown, he had a submission attempt, and he landed some big elbows from the ground. That was not a 10-8 round. Dustin for sure won the round, but
What do you think it was?
it was 10-9. Dustin won the round. For sure, he won the round. No question.
I thought that Conor got his ass beat on the ground. He landed some good elbow shots, and he had that the guillotine in for a hot second.
He did.
And then
Dustin cheated and put his fucking toes in the fence.
oh, I didn't see that. I didn't notice that. Well, even though the title, or not that it wasn't a title fight, but the prized fight was a bit of a disappointment. We saw something. We witnessed something that it was magical, and it was the fight between Sean O'Malley and Chris Matino. Holy shit, was that an absolute barn burner. It was far and away the best fight of the night. It was called in the third round. Herb Dean had to step in, and he decided that Chris Matino had enough face fucking for one night. But Chris Matino, impressive.
He's a tough motherfucker.
And that was his UFC debut, and he took that fight on 11 days notice. I think we should rally for his nickname to be the Crimson Chin.
Yeah.
Like in the Fairly Odd Parents. Remember the Crimson Chin?
Yes, I do.
Holy shit. He suffered 230 significant strikes. Yeah. And he didn't back down.
Yeah.
He kept the pressure on Sean O'Malley the entire fight.
Yeah, that was the most impressive thing because of those like 230-ish significant strikes that he took, about 180 of them were to the face. And the entire fight, he controlled the octagon against Sean O'Malley. How do you walk into 180 significant strikes? Joe Rogan said it best. In like the middle of the third round, he goes, his face looks like roadkill.
I thought his face looked like a Stouffer's frozen lasagna.
Yeah, it was disgusting. And I know Herb's going to get some flack, and he's got some flack for that stoppage. But at the end of the day, he'd seen enough. He said, this is getting too far. This, like, he's not going to knock this guy out. And you have to think about the long-term career of the fighter at that point. And Sean said in his post-fight interview, I was going to murder him. Like, there's no way he'd last that other 27 seconds. So in reality, Herb did him a favor because that fight was over in the second round.
Yeah. I mean, Sean O'Malley was playing basketball with his head, with Chris Matino's head. He was just boom, boom, boom.
And he was literally playing basketball. He was crossing him over.
That's
and
right.
Then after he won, he like did the fadeaway shot.
That's right. It was so fun to watch. And it was so impressive when you hear what Chris Matino's story about. I mean, it was his UFC debut.
Yeah, he's
taking
tough.
the fight on 11 days notice. That's a tough motherfucker right there. And Sean O'Malley said it in his post-fight press conference with Joe Rogan. That's a tough motherfucker.
Yeah. He deserves the respect of the entire UFC because
absolutely.
It was the biggest beating I've ever seen in the UFC. He got the shit kicked out of him. Not a lot of people, granted, Sean O'Malley doesn't have like crazy power, but he's only 135 pounds. So none of those guys have crazy power. Who can take that amount of shots? Nobody. It's insane.
Certainly not me.
No.
I just want to point out one quote. I think we should make this a new segment. Quote of the night.
Okay.
Dustin Poirier said it, but it's so good. Everybody booing. You can kiss my whole asshole.
That was great. I was pretty surprised because Dustin's a pretty humble guy. And after Conor broke his leg, I figured he'd say something along the lines of, look, tough break. It sucks that we didn't get to finish the fight. Blah, 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 like that kind of thing. But no, instead, he was like, fuck you, McGregor. You're a dirtbag. You're a piece of shit. He didn't back down at all, which I love.
Yeah, the trilogy of these fights, it's super weird because in the first fight, it was like this last fight where there was a lot of hostility and aggression towards one another. And then the second fight, everyone was like, yeah, I respect him. He's a good fighter. He was making a damn good hot sauce. Yeah. And then this last fight, he was brutal. Like, your wife is in me DMs.
Yeah, and he said he was going to put him in a body bag. I understand why Dustin was so mad at him.
No, I think he had the right to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, also, it takes a lot of balls to, when you're sitting on on the mat in the octagon, getting interviewed by Joe Rogan, to still talk shit after you snapped your leg. Literally in half. He's like, your wife's in my DMs. Fuck you. I fucking hate you. I'm still gonna kill you. It takes a lot of balls to say something like that.
It was a lot of fun.
It was it was disappointing. Because that was going to be a 5-round war. It was going to be like a Diaz-McGregor kind of thing. It probably wouldn't have went 5, but it would have been an absolute war. It sucks that it ended that way.
Well, that's how it goes, I guess.
I hope
Pretty disappointing ending.
Yeah, I hope Connor's career isn't over.
I hope not. Why don't you take it?
Okay, Mom's Spaghetti. Oh, I guess we're already on that.
We are.
Giannis. He's been putting on a little bit of a show.
Mm-hmm.
Back-to-back 40 and 10 games. First player since Shaq when he played for the Lakers, and they had a three-peat. I'm not sure what year Shaq did it in because I Googled and Googled and Googled and couldn't find it. So it was sometime between like 2002 and 2004 when the Lakers had their first three-peat with him and Kobe. It's impressive. He's carrying them. If it wasn't for him, they would for sure be down 0-3. He put them on their back. He's by far their best player. And yeah, I'm super happy for him that he's putting out in these NBA finals.
I think his 40-40 or his 40-point games, they should be erased only because he airballs free throws.
Okay, but Shaq also used to airball free throws.
Yeah, but
like, it's known he's not a shooter.
I know, but
It's like, hey, I'm going to get within 3 feet and lay it up.
I know, but just the best part about these finals is the fans counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
But you don't get that when we're in Milwaukee.
No, but I'm saying when they were in Phoenix and then the series beforehand, it's hilarious. It's great.
It is great. It is great. And Giannis even said in an interview that he loves it.
Yeah. I think you have to kind of lean into it at that point.
Absolutely. You can't let it distract you. Like, you have to embrace the hate that you're getting.
He does take an exceptional amount of time.
Yeah, and the rule is 10 seconds, but it's like the travel rule in the NBA. Like, who gets called for traveling?
Right, but
nobody.
He could be bringing back this rule because it's one of those things where it's not heavily enforced usually just because the standard is 5-6 seconds.
Yeah,
right?
Nobody takes 10 seconds.
And now
to
everyone's
shoot a
gonna
damn
be like,
free throw.
oh, he's taking more time. Let's pay attention to it. I don't know. I just think they should be eliminated.
Look, he needs to improve his shooting all around. There's no doubt about that. But when you establish a routine at the free throw line, that's your routine. And he has it, and he's not going to change it just because the fans are counting to 14 every time he gets the goddamn ball at the free throw line. The only reason he'd change it is if he gets consistently called for a free throw violation, which he's not. He's got called for it once this entire postseason. And also when the fans are counting, it's so fast. It's not like normal 10 seconds.
I know. It's still fun.
It is fun. It is fun. But, God, he's balling out.
He really is. He's like made in a lab.
Yeah. He's 7 feet tall, and he can Euro step from the 3-point line.
I know. I mean, we can take 6 or 7 strides coast to coast.
Something like that,
Yeah.
It's like 3 strides from the 3-point line, and he's dunking on somebody. It's insane.
Wouldn't it be nice to be just a little bit taller?
Well, hey, I sent you that TikTok the other day where you can get 3 inches added onto your femurs.
That's right. Yeah, but I don't need that length in my legs. I need it in my torso. I have a short torso.
Well, we could pull your spine apart.
We could.
Add an extra vertebra.
A really experimental procedure.
Yeah, let's try
Super
it.
experimental. They probably do it in like Tijuana, maybe.
Yeah, you could probably go to like Mexico or
Yeah.
India or China or something and probably have it done.
Listen, I'm probably 5'7" on a good day.
Okay.
Don't No, I'm 5'7". We're the same height. We are 5'7".
We're the same height with your poofy ass hair. That's why you wear your hair like that, so you can look a little taller.
I'd be lying if I said no. Fuck you. That's been Mom Spaghetti. Excuse me. Phone's off in the studio.
Sorry, that's my father texting me.
Is that you?
Yeah.
How about we get into a little I disagree?
You want to go first? It is your prompt.
It is my prompt. So I don't know. I tried something a little different this week.
You did. You kind of went out on a limb here.
I did, and it's very subjective. So I think that.
Okay, so hold on. Do you want to do one at a time, or do you want to do both at a time, like at the same time?
Let's do one at a time.
Okay.
So long story short, my prompt is I picked two professional athletes who I think were the best looking in the entire world. So I picked a male and a female. For my male, I picked David Beckham. I think he's the most handsome athlete. I just think he's a stone cold fox. He was voted People Magazine's sexiest man of the year in 2015. The only unattractive thing about him is his voice.
I haven't really heard him speak. So
It's
I can't.
very high pitched. It's one of those things which I also think is really funny when you see somebody and their voice doesn't match what they look like.
Yeah,
you know?
I love that.
It's so he looks like he is a very like kind of a dark, a deep, English British, would go down to the point.
Yeah, like you look at him and you go, you should sound like a king.
Right.
Yeah.
He should sound like royalty.
Yeah.
But he sounds like it's very high pitched. And
Is it like SpongeBob high pitch?
No. It's not that bad, but it is like, whoa, let's do something about that.
Like his balls didn't drop till he was like in his mid-20s.
Right. But it doesn't really matter because his face. Whew. I just want to say I'm a straight man, but he makes me question it sometimes. So that's what I think for the most handsome male athlete. You want to go with your male athlete?
CR7.
Yep.
Outside of that horrendous statue that was made of him,
It's so funny.
it was so bad. He's a great looking man. I mean, all soccer players have incredible physique. I think they're the most athletic athletes in the world. They have to be so fast and so strong, and they have to jump. They're incredible athletes. And so when you put that incredible athlete body on a great looking man like Ronaldo, he's a specimen. He's an amazing looking human being. And when he takes his shirt off after he scores a goal, I mean, everybody in the crowd just kind of sits back and watches because holy shit, he's hot.
He's a hot man.
Very good looking man.
He does have the panty pudding effect on people.
Do we need to put explicit next to this episode?
I think we do. I think children should not be watching this. Children shouldn't be watching this show regardless.
No.
That's a solid choice. And I think, again, it's one of those things where we're not really going to be wrong or right because beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Right. And well, I was looking at lists of like the sexiest men to play sports, and there were some very odd choices. Like Marshawn Lynch was one of the choices, and I was like, I don't know about that. Like,
That's a tough one for me.
yeah, he's
not hot.
He's
I'm
not.
sorry.
No, like he has dreads, and personally, dreads are not attractive.
I just think it's more in the face.
Yeah,
I mean,
he looks like if you're like, hey, what's somebody from Oakland look like? Marshawn Lynch.
But I don't know.
He's not an attractive man.
No. He did so much for the city of Seattle. I don't know. It's hard for me to, I don't know.
Right, you love him as a person and as
right.
a football player, but you're not going to be like, God damn, he's a hunk.
No. I'm not going to be dreaming about him.
Exactly. You're going to be daydreaming about the David Beckham and the CR7s.
Right. So, okay, I'm going to go with my female athlete.
Okay.
Her name is Alicia Schmidt. She's a German Olympian. Let me just pull up a picture because she is amazingly beautiful, and I want you to see.
I should have looked this up beforehand.
She's very, very beautiful.
Oh, she's a runner.
She's
That's
a runner.
right.
She's a track star.
Yeah. She's pretty hot.
I think she's beautiful. So she's a German Olympian, and let me just pull up the Wikipedia again. She runs. Oh, she qualified for the 2020 Summer Olympics in Tokyo, which are going to be soon.
That I'm definitely watching.
She started competing in the 200 meter, 400, 800, and let's see. She was born actually in a town called Worms, Germany. Or should I say Worms, Germany.
That's probably how it's pronounced.
Worms. Let me just see if there's any other interesting facts about her. Let's see. So, an Australian magazine called Busted Coverage described Schmidt as the world's sexiest athlete. And after hearing about that, Schmidt said, "I don't know why I got this title. Sport clearly comes first." And she attributed this for an increase in her social media followers. And in 2018, she had 208,000 Instagram followers. And in 2020, she had 745,000
Wow.
Instagram followers. So she popped off. Pop off
She did.
queen.
Yeah.
Alicia. What's up? And she's also sponsored by Puma. I think she's beautiful.
She is.
Who's your female athlete?
I went with another soccer player on this one. She's an American, and she is the love of my life.
Mm-hmm.
Alex Morgan.
Mm-hmm.
God, she's a dime. And she's very, very good at soccer. She has won, I think, 3 World Cups with the Americans. She's a different kind of human. She is absolutely gorgeous. Once again, soccer body for the win. Good Lord.
Why are soccer players the best looking people?
I don't know. That's a good question. Because, I don't know.
I can't figure it out.
Yeah.
Volleyball players are a tough contestant.
Ooh, that's a good point.
Yeah. Also gymnasts.
Gymnasts. Yeah.
Gymnasts are kind of like, sometimes they're like 4'11", though, and weigh like 70 pounds.
Yeah, but I'm short, so I kind of need a short girl.
I'm not short.
Shut up.
You guys are both short kings. Chill out.
We are. But it is weird. It's like every soccer player is
Well,
hot.
I don't know about every soccer player.
Yeah. Well,
Like Megan Rapinoe, not good looking. Do you even know who that is?
I do know who. I think it's Megan Rapinoe.
Whatever. No, it's Rapinoe.
Is it Rapinoe?
Yeah, it's Rapinoe.
No.
Like, she's a great soccer player. No doubt. But she has pink hair. No thanks.
You don't like that?
No. Not really my cup of tea, if you know what I mean.
But I think that I don't know what it is, but
She's also lesbian and like,
Rapinoe's lesbian?
is she?
I mean, look at her. Not to be that guy, but like,
I definitely feel like she questions her sexuality.
What does a lesbian look like?
oh, she has a wife, bud.
Oh, okay. Then she's definitely lesbian.
And
Okay.
her wife plays basketball. I can't really tell who's the dominant one in the relationship.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, we're going to get canceled for this.
I don't think we're gonna get canceled.
We need listeners to be canceled.
True.
Oh, she does. Okay, yeah, so she has pink hair.
Yeah, she had pink hair in the previous World Cup in France. She's a great soccer player, but
Oh, she's married to Sue Bird.
Sue Bird's lesbian?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
Sue Bird, go Storm. Like Seattle royalty right there.
You love lesbians. Okay, that was low. I'm sorry. That was low.
Are we even gonna air this one?
I think this is the best one yet.
Oh, let's.
Should I give a little backstory or no?
No,
Okay.
you should not.
Okay,
you should
okay.
not give any backstory.
All right.
Let's move on to most likely. Ass face. Kick it off.
Okay.
God, I'm getting hot and bothered over here.
Yeah, same. Jesus. Okay. Focus. Okay. So 2 pretty predominant athletes have had horrific injuries this year. Conor McGregor on Saturday and Tiger Woods back in April, I believe.
Yep.
They both broke their legs pretty horribly.
They broke the same bones.
Well, didn't Tiger break his tibia and fibia?
Yeah, but I think Connor did that too.
No, he just broke his tibia.
Just tibia?
Just tibia.
Oh.
Shocking. I don't know how his fibia didn't break, but it didn't apparently. So, who's most likely to compete again first, Connor or Tiger?
Connor.
That was quick. That was very quick.
Yeah, I've had a chance to think about it. Only because Tiger's had an injury history that's well documented, and I don't know how much older he is than Connor.
I think he's in his 40s, Tiger.
Yeah, okay. So he's older. The sport that he plays might not be as hard on the body, right?
No way.
No. But given his age and his injury history, it's got to be Connor. Because Connor's in the shape of his life. He looked really, really good on Saturday, physique-wise.
Except when he broke his leg.
Well, yeah, except when he fell. But I think he's still he's in fighting shape.
Yeah.
And I think that lends itself better to recovery. So just given the fact that Tiger broke more bones and I think had like major soft tissue damage and muscle damage.
Yeah, because he compound fractured his leg.
Yeah.
Connor didn't.
Even though Tiger has been injured longer and hopefully his recovery's been going well.
Well, he just had surgery on Sunday, so.
Did he?
Yeah.
Shit. So they both had surgery on Sunday then, probably.
What?
Are you talking about Connor or are you talking about Tiger?
Connor.
Oh, Connor. Sorry, I thought you were talking about
Tiger had surgery months ago.
Oh, sorry. It's got to be Connor. It's got to be Connor, especially with the fire to come back and fight.
God, I don't know.
I think it's got to be Connor.
It must be nice to be like a professional athlete and just be able to get to an operating table immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah. And especially going back to Giannis's knee injury, that was brutal.
Yeah.
But he had the benefit of round-the-clock treatment.
Right. Like that injury should have, he said it in an interview that it probably should have ended his season, but he was playing 7 days later. I thought minimum he was out 2 weeks. And he really defied the odds. So yeah, it is nice when you have the best doctors in the world working on you and giving you round-the-clock treatment.
It's got to, yeah. I think it's got to be Connor. As much as I want to see Tiger back out on the golf course, and I think the game is better, obviously, with Tiger in it. I think it'll be Connor, probably in a year from now.
I'm worried for Connor though to get back in the ring, because even if they for sure plated his leg, but then that creates a weak point above the plate. So what if he breaks his leg again above the plate? Like, is he going to be able to kick? Granted, Anderson Silva came back, and so did Chris Weidman after they broke their legs, and it was worse.
Much worse.
Much worse. But still, it's very, very hard to come back from an injury like that, especially when you're in a sport that's throwing kicks and taking such an insane beating like that. All Tiger's got to do is walk around the golf course.
I'm going with Connor still. I think that
It's tough.
he's such a maniac that he's going to do everything he can to do to get back in the ring.
Okay. So do you think Tiger's ever going to golf again?
Yes. I think he will. He needs a going out ceremony. He needs a farewell tour.
Like a final tournament. This is my last one. Yeah.
Like a cycle of tournaments.
Yeah. Kind of like
Let him
what Kobe did and
Yeah.
what LeBron's going to do. Yep.
Yeah. Obviously both of them transcended their respective sports.
Yep.
Bigger. They are bigger than the sport.
Absolutely.
So
Chewy and Dylan, I have a question for you.
Oh boy. Well, come on in. Water's
So
fine.
as you guys are speculating about Tiger's recovery in comparison to McGregor, I haven't seen any images or footage of his recovery since his accident.
It's a very good
Do
point.
you guys have any evidence that he is in recovery and on his way to playing more golf?
No.
Yes.
All
Yes.
I've heard is that other golfers have been speaking with him. That's the only thing that I've heard.
Let me pull up his Instagram because I was looking at this earlier. Please hold. Thank you for such an insightful question.
That was a great question from Alf.
Good
That's
job,
a good
Alf.
point, though, because you already know McGregor. The second he's like walking, talking, training again, he is blasting it on social media.
Oh, he already posted a video on his Instagram, and he was
From the hospital bed.
from the hospital bed, and he was already talking shit to Poirier
So Tiger,
because he's a fucking psychopath.
there was a picture. Oh, Tiger's injury was February. He posted a picture
forgot.
sometime this spring. I'm trying to figure out when it was. It was him in crutches on the golf course. Tiger Woods calls his recovery more painful than anything he's ever experienced. Woods declined to answer a question about his hopes of playing golf again, saying that he's using this time to recover. Quote, my physical therapy has been keeping me busy. I do my routines every day, and I'm focused on my health. So,
That doesn't sound promising for him to get back on a golf course.
that makes me sad. That makes me
What's
sad.
injured? What did he injure exactly?
He compound fractured his lower leg, so his tibia and fibia.
Do you really need those to play, though? I feel like they got technology now that he could, as long as his arms work, he could still swing.
Well, you need your lower body to golf.
You
So,
do need.
yes.
I think you do need two legs to golf.
Yeah, especially because they don't allow carts on the PGA. You have to walk.
Tiller, what's the last round of golf you played and what'd you shoot?
Oh, God. I think it was Falcon Crest, and we played 9. It was on your birthday, Alf. Mm-hmm. And,
That was a while ago. That was back in May.
yeah, it was, but I've had some issues.
We got to get you back out there.
Yeah, we do. I think I shot, God, I don't know, somewhere.
It was in the 50s.
It was in the 50s. It was in the low 50s for 9. It was like 53, 54, something like that. Which for me is pretty good.
Matthias, did you want to ask me what my most recent round of golf was?
We don't care. I'm just kidding. What is it? Let the people know.
I played Tumble Creek in Central Washington, and I shot a 47. Actually played really, really well.
Nice.
That's pretty good.
That was
What's that, a 94 for 18?
yeah, you know.
It's not bad.
But you didn't play 18, so it's not.
Yeah, but
True.
it's still 9. That's still a benchmark.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like my benchmark for myself is 50
Yeah.
right now. Because if I can golf sub 100, I'll be happy. And then, like, once you break 100, you go, okay, now let's break 90, and then break 80, and then try to shoot par.
Right.
Baby steps.
I'm gonna give you my most likely.
Okay.
God, sorry. I've had a lot of seltzers. I need to belch.
Same.
So my question for you is, who is most likely to have a Conor McGregor-like rise in the UFC?
And you're not talking about, like, current UFC fighters?
No, let's do that.
Current?
Who do you think of the current UFC fighters is going to have a meteoric rise to replace Conor McGregor as kind of the face of the UFC?
That's so hard because there's...
Jacob Paul.
Shut the fuck up.
hat.
That's so hard because he was so... He was just so different. Because even when he was fighting in the prelims, you knew he was different. He was knocking people out in the first round. He was calling these predictions in the press conferences. He was talking shit. There will never be another shit talker like Conor McGregor in the UFC. He talked so much shit. And then with his crazy predictions, I'm going to knock this guy out in the first round under 3 minutes or whatever he would say. And then he would go out and do that thing. There's not a lot of people who can do that. And that's why he got the Mystic Mac nickname, because he was literally predicting exactly what he was going to do, and then he would go out there and do it. Like the Aldo fight. He said Aldo's going to come in hot, and he's going to lean in, and I'm going to knock him with my left hand, and he's going down. And it happened in the first 14 seconds of the fight. I don't know if there's ever going to be another Conor McGregor in the UFC, because his rise was so insane. What he did coming from literally nothing in Ireland to then, as soon as he got in the UFC, saying, I'm not here to take part, I'm here to take over. And he did exactly what he said he was going to do. He said he was going to be the highest paid athlete in the world and be on the cover of Forbes. He did it. There are not a lot of people that can make those kind of things come true, and he did. If I had to pick one, it's Sean O'Malley because he talks an incredible amount of shit. Mm-hmm. And he's very entertaining to watch fight because in that first round, he's dribbling a fucking basketball. It was ridiculous. So he has the Conor McGregor persona around him because he talks shit, but he doesn't make predictions like Conor does. He didn't say, I'm going to knock out whatever that guy's name was, Chris
Mutino.
Chris Mutino. He didn't say he was going to knock him out in the first round. And it ended up going basically 3 rounds. But I'm going to say no one.
No one.
I fucking love you, Joe Rogan.
That's what Sean O'Malley after every fight.
Oh, they're buddies.
I saw the compilation of it, and it was so funny. He's literally just like bleeding from his eye, like about to die, and he's just like, I fucking love you, Joe Rogan. It's like, dude, I love you too, buddy.
He's a great fighter, Sean O'Malley.
And he has rainbow hair. So that means he's fun.
But he doesn't have like a vicious knockout like Conor had. Because for a long time, for about 4 years in the UFC, nobody in 145 and 155 pounds could handle McGregor's left hand. It was an absolute piston coming out, and he just destroyed people with it. Even in that that Chad Mendes fight, Chad Mendes, great wrestler, one of the best wrestlers to ever be in the UFC, he got Conor on the ground a lot during that like 1.5 round fight. But when they were standing, Conor just beat the shit out of him, and he couldn't take it, even though he was dominating the fight. There's never going to be another fighter like Conor McGregor. The term generational talent is thrown around so much, and it's so overused. He's a true generational talent. He made the UFC what it is today. It would not be as big as it is without Conor McGregor. He put it on the map.
Yeah, the thing that's interesting about Conor is that he, I don't know how much professional wrestling you've watched, but as a kid,
Are you talking like WWE?
WWE.
Oh God, that shit's so fake.
As a kid, I was a WWE freak, an
can't
absolute
believe-
freak.
When you tell me that, I think you grew up in the swamps of Louisiana.
Well, I didn't. I was a WWE maniac. I can name all of the wrestlers, all the finishing moves, all the pay-per-view names. I know it all. I'm a wrestling guru. He cuts promos like a wrestler.
Yeah.
And it's so entertaining to watch. He's just, it's like the LeBron effect. Anything he does, the media just follows him.
Yeah.
And it's been unbelievable for the sport.
Because he's so polarizing.
Right.
Because you either love him to death, like I do. Conor McGregor holds a special place in my heart. Or you hate his guts because of the amount of shit he talks. Like when he threw that fucking chair at Khabib's bus, I was like, that's awesome. But people hated him for it. When he punched that guy in the Irish bar and broke his jaw, don't tell an Irishman that his whiskey sucks. That's like the biggest insult you can possibly give.
It doesn't taste good. That's another hot take I'll throw in. Proper 12 is disgusting.
But you don't like whiskey, so you can't say that.
But it doesn't taste good. It's not pleasurable. I don't feel...
Do you like Jameson?
Jameson is smoother.
I don't know.
Jameson is way smoother than Proper 12.
Fuck the Jameson brothers.
Well, no. Let's not fuck the Jameson brothers because they actually make a pretty damn good whiskey.
Well, he just sold his whiskey company for $200 million. So
right.
I'd say it's pretty decent, and at least some people like it because you're not going to sell your company for $200 million if it's literal piss water.
But it is literal piss water. It's disgusting.
It's not.
Matthias, do you have any input on this? Have you ever had Proper 12?
I've never actually had it. Well, this is me, but I've never actually had it.
This is me.
But I'm wondering when he sold it though, did he just sell the name Proper 12 or did he sell part of his own IP with it, you know? Because the brand Proper 12, everyone knows it's McGregor's whiskey, so that's why that's why people buy it. I feel like 50% of the time, you know?
Yeah, I think he sold his majority stake in the company so that he doesn't have to run it anymore.
Yeah, my
Like he
personal
was
take
running
is
it.
it's absolutely disgusting. It tastes like banana Laffy Taffy, which is the flavor in the bag that you avoid.
Yeah.
Well, I
thank you.
like banana Laffy Taffies. So
Oh my God, that's why I don't ever. That's why I've never liked you. Is because you are a banana Laffy Taffy fuck.
what can I say? It's good. I like bananas.
You disgust me.
You were roasting my octopus stew a couple weeks ago. I don't trust any of your food takes, Tiller. None.
Yeah, you have no room to speak.
Okay.
You have the palate.
Tiller, you want to tell us a little bit about Black Rifle Coffee?
That is so off topic.
Okay,
first
wait,
sponsor for
wait,
today.
wait. Hand me the cord. We have a call in
Shit.
of my former roommate of 2 years. Hold on.
All right. Mr. Fish.
Fish Dick,
Hello. Hello.
Austin Salmon.
How are we doing today, guys?
Hi.
Fantastic.
Let's
How about yourself?
Can't complain. Can't complain.
Let's give you a little bit. Let's give a preface. You and I were roommates for our freshman and sophomore year of college. You saw
Hell of a
me.
ride.
You saw me at my fattest and worst. And
Damn straight.
we're excited to have you. Welcome to the Backburners.
Of course. No, and I appreciate it. Thank you for having me on, guys.
You're very welcome. Matthias is here. Travis is
For the
here,
titties.
and Chef LaRocca is in the house. So, what do you have for us?
Well, I mean, considering that you gave me a very, very brief kind of what you wanted to hear, but you wanted some questions or just a scenario. So I have a question because I know you and Tiller are both diehard. When I mean diehard, you guys would kill someone over it. Is Oregon Ducks.
I am wearing a
Alright.
Justin Herbert jersey as we speak.
Yeah, it's Jersey night in the
Perfect.
podcast. I'm wearing
Perfect.
I'm wearing an
Perfect.
Allen Iverson jersey, and he's wearing a Justin Herbert.
All right. Matthias, what are you wearing, cutie?
I'm actually wearing a Ducks jersey. I found myself without a shirt after the gym today, so I had to borrow
Sounds like
one from
nothing.
Dylan. So I'm repping the Ducks.
All right. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
All right, so what do you got for us with the Ducks?
All right. So, little scenario here. So you got to fuck one, kill one, marry one. All right. We have the Honorable Marcus Mariota,
Okay.
Justin Herbert, of course. Let's keep it new era as well. We'll throw a little screwball. Let's go Joey Harrington. Joey Harrington. Why the fuck would you choose Joey Harrington? Let's just give you a little brief background. So let's just pick it on what they did for the school and kind of role they played. So if you don't know Joey Harrington, he did help turn that whole fucking program around. Won an FBS Bowl over the Colorado Buffaloes.
That's right.
Throwing for 350 yards, 4 touchdowns. Guy's a legend.
Absolute
So
legend.
Sherman.
Fuck,
Just
Mary,
like you.
kill.
That's
Okay.
tough.
Okay. So first of all, I'm gonna kill Joey Harrington.
Whoa.
I'm going to kill Joey Harrington.
Whoa.
I'm going to kill him. Based on
Background. Reasoning. Yes, please.
just based on. It's tough to want to fuck or marry somebody who played in the early 2000s when the game has changed so much since then, and the body of a quarterback and the role of a quarterback.
Wait, do you have to fuck, marry, then kill them today? Of
course.
Or in their prime?
Today.
So you'd be old.
Well, oh, fuck. Okay, so I'm going to kill Joey Harrington. I'm going to do that. Even though he did basically put the Ducks on the map.
Yeah.
I'm going to fuck Justin, and I'm going to marry Marcus because he got us to the Natty, and
He won a Heisman.
he won a Heisman. So I think, yeah. So fuck. No, okay. So kill Joey. Fuck Justin. He's a very good looking man too. And marry Marcus. What about you?
Even though I am wearing a Justin Herbert jersey, I'm going to kill Herbert.
What?
Yeah. Because it's like you said when he was at Oregon, you always said that you have this nervousness about it when he would throw a deep ball or when he would scramble. Like there wasn't that confidence that you had in him like a Marcus Mariota.
Or a Vernon Adams. Vernon Adams is a forgotten Oregon quarterback.
Because
anytime he threw the fucking ball, oh my God. The man was an absolute machine.
Because he only played for a year. So I'm going to kill Justin Herbert specifically for his Oregon career because when he was a freshman, they went fucking 4-8. They sucked.
To be fair, he did take over. He didn't start the season.
That's true.
His first game was against UW, and they lost 70-21. That was his first game.
Listen, I will give him credit for getting the program to where it is today because he very easily could have transferred and said, fuck this place after going through 3 head coaches in his first 3 years. So, but just his resume isn't as good as Harrington or Mariota. So Harrington, like Salmon said, he made the Ducks what they are today. He put them on the map. That's when they started to become a relevant national program. And then, so yeah, I'm going to fuck Harrington, and I'm obviously going to marry Marcus Mariota because he is the greatest quarterback to ever come through Oregon. He won a Heisman. He was great. He led us to a national championship. We lost, but we ran into Cardale Jones, the man with a rocket of an arm,
and Zeke,
who ran for like 300 yards against our defense.
That defense had a choice. Either take away the deep ball or stop Zeke.
And they didn't do either. So
No. Salmon, who would you fuck, marry, and kill?
Kill Justin Herbert.
Thank you for agreeing with me.
Yeah, I mean, it's totally whatever. I like it better than the pros. See, that's where it gets a little tricky because I hate the comment you said, Sherman, about the whole old era, new era. Who fucking cares? Quarterback's quarterback. You gotta judge him off that state of time. So kill Herbert. Fuck Joey Harrington, and yeah, marry Marcus.
Salmon and I are in 100% agreement right here.
Yeah.
It's the first time for everything.
Both you can agree on is, let's just say December 16th, 2017.
What?
Oh,
what
was that the Alamo Bowl?
That's Vegas Bowl, baby. Go
Vegas
Broncos.
Bowl.
Oh,
That's right.
Fuck.
So this is a really
right.
good
It
segue.
was such a shitty game.
Salmon, I got a question for you. As a recent San Diego transplant, how do you feel about San Diego and SoCal sports teams?
Kind of all I had for you besides some other stupid say what names, but
Wait, Matthias was asking you a question.
Yeah, do you feel attached
can't
to
hear
San
Matthias.
Diego and SoCal teams, or do you feel like a bandwagon at times?
I can't even hear Matthias.
Okay, he
Just
asked.
repeat it. He can't hear you.
So he asked if you have any. How do you feel about San Diego sports teams? Like, do you feel like a bandwagoner, or what do you? I know you've been to a couple of Padres games, haven't you?
Yeah, wait. So the San Diego team's the one and only.
Yeah, I mean,
Team
I guess
that's even
since the
anything?
Chargers moved away.
Oh, I am on that Padres train, but Giants my team, best team in the fucking league. Let's ride. Padres games are good.
Okay, Joe
Great.
Goody.
Love the hype. Oh, come on, you can't do that.
Shout out to Austin
man.
Crafty.
Yes, sir.
Do you have any Seahawk related questions for us? Since we're all Hawks fans.
Oh, we could do another fuck one, kill one, marry one.
Okay.
There we go.
You love FMK.
I mean, it's
You
just a
did
good
a lot of
comparison.
effing this past weekend.
This is a kid's show, Sherman.
So we have Pete Carroll, Marshawn Lynch, and Bobby Wagner.
Okay.
I'm killing Pete. No,
what?
no question.
completely agree. Kill Pete.
I'm killing Pete.
Kill Pete.
Pete's
Kill
the most
him.
fuckable out of all of them, though.
I mean, he is a
Marshawn
silver
Lynch.
fox.
He's my boy. Win forever, baby. Fight on.
Ugh. Okay, I'm gonna fuck Pete. Or no, excuse me. I'm gonna kill Pete. Sorry.
There you
I'm
go.
gonna kill Pete. Excuse me. So kill Pete. Fuck Marshawn. Marry Bobby.
Yep, I 100% agree.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
If they would have handed Marshawn the ball on the 1 yard line, it'd be Mary Marshawn.
Yep.
Yeah. Also, Pete issue too.
Exactly. That's why you kill Pete.
Yeah.
So, Salmon, since you're here, do you have any favorite stories of you and I living together for 2 years?
Oh man.
Anything that tops the charts?
Appropriate ones?
Yeah, moderately appropriate.
Moderately appropriate. You can dip into the PG-13, maybe between a rated R and a PG-13 related story.
Okay, yeah. Here's an easy, decent one. It was freshman year. Went home for Thanksgiving break. Me and other colleague Noah, we decided to duct tape every single one of Sherman's items to the ceiling.
No,
his mattress.
you are incorrect. That was spring break, and that was you and Will.
Either way. No one knows that. I know that. Yeah, duct taped every single thing to the ceiling, including his mattress.
How much
Syrup
duct tape
for
did
this.
it take to put his mattress on the fucking ceiling?
Basically, we used a lot. like half a roll just for the mattress. Shoes on the ceiling, everything you could think of.
I had some candy. Here's what I remember about this story. I had some lemon heads, and those motherfuckers put lemon heads on my ceiling.
Did they take them out of the bag?
They took them out of the bag, individual lemon heads.
No. I think another great one was we had those little maple syrup containers. Those were on duct tape. Those eventually fell after being hung up there for a week. Syrup just all over the carpet. Room smelled great. Room smelled phenomenal. Like
The room smelled like
pancake house in there.
It smelled
Yeah, it smelled
Canadian.
like a pancake house. That was the only. That was the upside to everything. I think.
Should we tell a rated R? Do we have a rated R?
Oh god.
Should we? We've already delved into
No, I
some
think
rated
we can
R.
just. I think we can just leave it. I think we just leave it to the 12 doors that we blew through.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna bring up, because every time I was
Yeah.
at your guys' place, my freshman year, your sophomore year, Sherm was getting a new door.
That's right. We lived in an
Yeah.
apartment complex where doors were not a priority, and so they were essentially made of cardboard. And every time somebody was fucking with me because I was bullied, and this is my story, okay? I went through, I think it was 6 doors, and that because I had a bathroom and everyone had a bathroom in their room, in addition to their bedroom door. They were made of horribly cheap cardboard, and if you put a palm through them lightly, your palm went through the door.
Yep.
And so every time I would try and keep somebody out of my room, like a Curtis or a Jack Sanchez, a couple of maniacs, the door would be broken.
And then once it was broken, it was
It was free range.
exactly. It was like, let's just tear this fucker down.
Right.
The best
Might as
part,
well.
the whole situation was a loophole because Sherman was always technically the
Yeah.
one to break the
No,
door.
it was a great 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was always the one to break the door only because I wanted to not let somebody in my room. Because
You're so possessive over your room for literally no reason.
well, when you live with Austin Salmon and Nate Steenis, you tend to be possessive.
You did get fucked with a lot.
I did. I was bullied, and this is my story. This is my story about.
Sure me.
You just put Sharpie on your face of all the names we called you.
Love it.
We should get Kamala on here as our guest speaker. Share your truth.
Well,
Shut up, Matthias.
Anyways,
Oh my God.
Salmon, thank you for calling in. We're glad that you were able to experience being on here because we love you and we miss you, and you're on to bigger and better things.
you guys need to. I just have 2 little quick things you guys should add to this. Let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah, please.
You should do this more often, more Collins, and then let's get some sports gambling in there. Come on, boys.
So yeah, we had a segment that we haven't done since I think the first episode. We did line of the week.
I remember that.
It kind of just fell on the wayside just because it's interesting obviously, but we felt that there were other segments and other bits that seemed a little more interesting, and not everybody who watches sports gambles.
Yep. It's
So-
also tough right now because neither of us watch baseball.
Right.
So
This is a tough part of the year.
exactly. The most prevalent shit going on right now is baseball, and we both don't watch it. So are we really going to tell people to bet on lines that we know literally nothing about.
Of course.
So when
really
when
good. Yeah.
football season starts,
Yeah.
line of the week will be making a comeback.
Absolutely.
So
Fantastic.
we hear you and we validate your feelings. So
I love you.
I love you so much and we miss you and we will talk soon. Thank you for being on.
Of course. I appreciate you guys' time, and I'll see you guys soon.
All right,
All right, thanks,
TTYL.
Simon.
That was fun, wasn't it?
It was a great time.
We're going to have to start doing more call-ins because we have a lot of friends with a lot of interesting shit to say. That's why
That's an understatement.
we wanted to bring Matthias on to the show tonight,
but he bailed.
but he did bail like a complete fucking lunatic who didn't want airtime. Are you serious? Like, are you serious right now?
I had to
Matthias
stay in the
GS.
back of the studio, make sure everything runs smoothly.
Sure, you are a part of the operation.
I warned him before though, like we're gonna get like 20 minutes in, and he's been holding his finger over the mute button in here for the last like 20 minutes. He's been itching to talk.
Yeah, because he can't not shut the fuck up.
I know. It's like shut up. Like seriously.
I've been doing my best.
Let's close it out with hot take and let's get the hell out of here so we can go watch Black Widow.
Black Widow.
Anyways, I'm going to kick it off. Here's my hot take. The football team located in Washington, D.C. will not get a new name. I think they're going to stick with WFT. Because, I mean, they had so much time to think of a name that didn't make some people mad. They had a lot of time, and they have a surplus of names, whether it's the Red Wolves or the Generals or
The Warriors.
or the Warriors, whatever it was. They had so much time to figure it out. I think they're going to stay the Washington football team.
Hey, that's a regional thing, by the way. You can only refer to Washington State as Washington.
I know, but since Matthias is here, I decided I would put it on a little bit, since Matthias thinks that everyone from Washington State, like you and I, Fabio, say Washington.
Yeah, so it's really very simple. Anybody from the state of Washington pronounces anything with the letters W-A-S-H as Warsh. So example would be, you got to run the dishwasher. If you're in Washington, you'd say, we got to run the dishwasher. Or I got to wash my clothes.
The problem is he's not wrong, but like
No, but he
that's how
is
my
wrong
grandfather
because
talks.
no, he is wrong. You know why? Because I don't fucking say that.
Oh,
Trav,
my
you don't
grandpa's from
fucking
Yakima. Yakima, they talk like Washington. They don't have education down there.
That's a bunch of hillbillies in Yakima, though.
God.
Oh yeah, Yakima, Tri-Cities, all that area. It's Washington.
It's like I don't appreciate those stereotypes of my home state of Washington.
Well, you know, Bellevue is a little cut from a different cloth.
Excuse me, I'm from I live
Eastern.
Let's be fair. My dad lives in Bellevue, and it's not really Bellevue. And
But-
my mom lives
But
in
you
Renton.
you grew up in Renton. You're a Renton rat.
I'm
True
a
and
fucking
true.
Renton rat, baby.
Yeah, but you're not from the rat part. You're from like more Newcastle. in That
Ish.
castle.
Yeah, a little bit.
He's
I'm
from
on the border.
he's from bougie Renton.
I wouldn't. I mean, we live in. I don't want to say unincorporated territory, but you know, we're just in a neighborhood, man.
The burbs.
The burbs. So let's get back to it. The Washington football team will stay the Washington football team.
I don't disagree with you on this one because I think they're so incompetent that they can't figure out their quarterback situation. So what makes you think they can figure out
Taylor
a
Heineke.
a new fucking name?
Heineke.
Yeah, but they got Fitzmagic too.
Yeah, but Heineke.
I think Fitzmagic is going to start like the first 7-8 games, and then it's going to.
He'll
be
do his
Heineke.
thing. He'll do the Fitzmagic.
Exactly.
He'll have a couple of games where it's like
Where he'll throw 400 yards and 5 touchdowns.
right, and then he'll be
Fitzmagic.
Fitzpatrick, and then he'll do his thing, and then Heineke's gonna get that call, and he fires me up.
He does.
I love Taylor Heineke.
So do I. He played great against the Bucs in that playoff game.
You did. What's your hot take?
USA basketball, they've been struggling, to say the least. They lost to Nigeria, a country without running water.
Oh Jesus!
And then they just also lost to Australia
Where the toilets flush
the wrong
the
way.
wrong way.
Yeah. Fucking crazy Australians. They're not going to win a medal in Tokyo.
Tiller, as far as your hot take goes, I don't think that's a good criteria. Like Argentina, third world country, you got Messi coming out of there, played a lot of soccer growing up.
That's right.
Very experienced. He's known for playing with a ball with tons
Right.
of patches on it because it was
Right.
deflated and he had to patch it up just to keep air in it. And that's what made him such a good soccer player. So, while it's easy to come out developing countries, I'm not trying to be an SJW here, but I'm just saying, like, that's not necessarily going to make them a worse soccer team. It might actually make them a better one.
Okay, but the athletes that the United States produces, we were 28.5-point favorites to beat Nigeria, and we fucking lost. It does not look good. It is probably one of the weakest rosters we've sent to the Olympics in a long time. The two big superstars we have are KD and Dame. And that's it. The rest are role players on their NBA teams. Granted, they're probably great players when compared to the rest of the world, but you also have a lot of shooters that aren't big on passing the ball. KD doesn't know how to fucking pass the ball. Neither does Dame. If my hot take is true, they, for the first time ever, will not win a medal in the Olympics. The only other time was in 1980, which the Olympic Games were held in Moscow, and the United States sat out those Olympics because it was in the height of the Cold War. It was in protest of Russia. That's the only time they have not won a medal. I don't think this team can win. Granted, they did beat Argentina by 24 tonight, and they are the number 4 team in the world. But can they put together a 6-7 game streak to go win a medal? I don't think they can. There's not the firepower on this team that there has been in the past because of the compact and delayed NBA season.
Once we get Devin Booker, and once we get Chris Middleton
Andrew Holiday.
and Drew Holiday, we'll revisit this.
It just doesn't look good.
I know it doesn't look good, but they're just exhibitions. They're figuring it out. It's tough with these Olympic teams because you have all these superstars who all want the ball. They all want the glory. They all want to be responsible for getting the medal and bringing it home. They have to gel. They have to gel as a team. And then you're adding 3 new players. I'm right.
But if you look at the Dream Team, and
There's never going to be another team like that. There's
the
never
2008 team was better than the Dream Team. Changed my fucking mind.
Who was that?
It was D-Wade,
D-Wade.
LeBron, Kobe, Chris Bosh, KD, Westbrook, Harden. That team was incredible. That 2008 team was insane. This is nowhere close to that.
No.
And
But hey, they
the
got
whole-
Kevin Love.
Okay. The whole world of basketball has grown because it's become such an international sport with the outreach that the NBA has done in Africa and Asia and Europe even. There are so many more better basketball players across the world that when we don't put our strongest team forward, like this year, it could be rough for us in Tokyo. And there is a very, very real shot that they do not win a medal for the first time in history.
We'll see. I guess we'll have to see.
I guess so. It's probably the only Olympic event that I'll watch.
Curling. Curling is fire.
Curling is a winter sport, you dumb fuck. This is the Summer Olympics.
You can curl inside.
Curling is always inside, but it's a winter sport. We don't have curling.
You're not going to watch any track?
The high jump's kind of sick.
I mean, track is fun, but the only track events I used to watch was the 100 and 200 just to see Usain Bolt break the world record. You don't have that anymore.
You're not going to watch archery?
No. The amount of stupid Olympic sports there are is countless. In the Winter Olympics, they have 6-meter sharpshooting.
Yeehaw.
6 meter. That's like 18 feet. I could sharpshoot with my Glock from 18 feet.
That's the only good thing about you is that in our house, there's at least 3 guns.
Fully loaded.
Fully loaded. So anybody who wants
locked
to
away.
come to our address, you're gonna get in trouble.
You're going to get fucking popped.
So
Wait, real quick, while we're on obscure winter sports or Summer Olympic sports, I'll give you a
liked
couple.
that one.
What?
Matthias is laughing in the background.
Matthias is our Nadav.
Oh yeah, just the steady background laughter throughout the entire podcast. So some let's see. These are a couple of the most or weirdest Summer Olympic sports. I don't know if they're all current, but rope climb, pistol dueling. That one actually sounds pretty sick. Solo synchronized swimming.
How is that even a thing?
I don't even want to open the webpage to figure it out, but race walking, so like speed walking competition where they
is
wear like
hot.
the helmets. Club swinging, that might be kind of cool.
Like
Tandem
swinging of like a baseball bat or golf club or
I don't know,
Just a club.
a club.
A various club.
like-
Tandem bicycle
like
sprint.
you're a club swinger.
Right.
Tandem bicycle sprint, which to me implies it's one guy holding a tandem bicycle and you just has to see how far you can run with it. That's what I think. And then there was a tug of war event from 1900 to 1920s.
That's pretty lit.
And that one actually seems really cool. But
does seem cool.
like professional tug of war people. And then the last one is a swimming obstacle race, which I did see pictures of that. And it's very funny. Like it's swimming in a pool, but they just put like all these floaties and like you have to just jag and like it's an obstacle course basically, but in the water. So you have to go underwater like through a ring and like all this other stuff.
That could be tough.
Could be.
My point was there's so many stupid Olympic sports. Like 6 meter shooting with a rest or synchronized swimming, synchronized diving. Like
Listen, lady.
Synchronized diving.
Listen, lady.
Super cool.
A gold medal is a gold medal.
listen, I'm not saying it's not hard to do. I'm just saying it's not fun to watch.
Yeah, but when else would you, on what other stage do you get to highlight all those sports, you know?
None. But that's why they're so irrelevant and weird because
Yeah, but you only,
Can-
because you don't need them all the time.
But
But like
can-
once every 4 years, it's super sick.
Can anybody name a synchronized diver?
Tom Daly.
Tom Daly.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. How you Google that, Mistress Loraka?
No, actually, I've known about him for a couple years. He's in like the 2016 Summer Olympics.
2016 Summer
He's
Olympics.
British though. He's not American.
Synchronized
Oh, okay,
diving
so
is
shut
cool
the
because
fuck
now
up.
they have the cool video shots where it falls with them, and you can see like frame by frame how synchronized they are, and it's like it's within a millisecond of each other how close their dives are. It's crazy.
It's just I'm not gonna sit down and watch a synchronized diving competition.
That's fair.
So, other Olympic sports, Chewy, you had the privilege of organizing our fraternity to go volunteer at the Boise State discus,
That's right.
indoor
sprinting
track and
events.
field, yes.
Yeah, what else do they do? Javelin, stuff
High
like
jump.
Yeah, I mean it was
High
all
jump.
it was all your standard track and field events.
that. But, I mean, do you think those are real sports today?
Yes, absolutely. I'm saying synchronized swimming is not a real sport.
Why not?
Because how hard is it to synchronize swim?
I'd
Probably
like to
really
see
hard.
you synchronize him with.
Yeah.
like to
Get
see
in the
you
pool,
swim,
you
Tyler.
fucking pussy.
Well, I can't. Okay, I can't.
yeah, you can't swim.
I can swim. I'm just kind of like a rock. I just sink.
Right, because you have no strength, and I'm stronger than you. Look at these biceps. This is a man who's put some time in the gym. This is the body of a man who drinks
White
fucking
Claws.
White Claws and 10-barrel beer. This is a man who fucks. He doesn't. Anyways.
Okay.
For all the listeners at home, he was shaking his head no.
Yeah, no. I'm not fucking.
That was the awkward pause.
So, God, this was a shit show. This was a fun shit show.
It was all because of Alf.
It was no, I don't want to put this solely on Alf. It was good to have him here though. We wanted him to get in here and get into the nitty gritty, but obviously he backed
got
out.
cold feet.
He got
Yeah,
cold
I had to
feet.
dip my toes in the producer's booth.
But you're
and,
only
see
you're
what
only
this is all
here.
about.
You're literally only here for another week and a half.
It's true, but there's room for next week's podcast. You know,
Nope.
if you guys will have me back.
No.
I want to have him on. Are you serious? He's nothing but clickbait.
You serious?
Are you serious right now? Like, anyways, do you guys Do you have anything you want to add there, Mr. G?
To what?
No, I'm talking to Matthias, Mr. G, Matthias G.
GS.
Anything else you want to add?
Yeah, I was looking for Chewy to tell us a little bit about his track and field Olympic experience as the coordinator for Boise State track team.
Listen, that whole experience was a shit show. That guy hated my fucking guts
I can see why.
because I couldn't get any of
Doug
these.
Link?
Of these, no, his name was Renee. Because I could not get any of these morons that I decided to hang out with to sign up, and it was the worst 3 months of my life trying to get people to sign up for those events. Granted, I had fun because, well, me and you, Sherm, did a high jump event at one of those events, and one of those kids jumped like over me. It was insane what he was doing, and he qualified for state or whatever they call it.
Over
Regionals?
you, that's not that
Regionals.
impressive.
Dude, that's like he's still jumping on like 5 foot 8,
5'4".
5 foot 8 inches.
5'4". It's
I'm
really
not-
impressive.
So you're
Shut the
saying,
fuck
so you're
up.
giving him praise right now, but you're trying to watch an Olympic high jumper that can jump like literally 13, 14 feet in the air.
They can't look up the world record high jump. It's
right.
not 14 feet.
Oh,
That's insane. That's like pole vault, dude.
No, pole vault's like 20 feet.
Yeah, but 14 feet high jump off of
All right,
one
sorry,
leg. There's
I was
no
very, very
way.
wrong. I was very wrong. But the Olympic high jump record is 8 feet and a quarter inch.
That's way less
also-
than 14.
Also, what's kind of cool though, that record has not been that was achieved in 1993 Olympics.
Wow, that guy was
So-
for sure juicing.
So like no one's beat him since, which is kind of crazy.
That is pretty crazy.
All right. Anything else we want to add?
No, I'm fucking done.
Matthias GS, you're out.
Yeah, that's all I got for this pod. Thank you for having me.
Of course, Mistress. Anything?
That's about it for me.
How's our TikTok clip coming?
She's got 2 potentials. They look good.
Fire.
Good. And with that, that concludes this episode of the Backburners. Shout out to my co-host, the Wicked Witch of the West, our producer Fabio, our special guest Matthias GS Waro. Hit him up for your vegetable needs in the Miami-Dade County area.
Imagine Farms, baby.
Imagine Farms. Make sure to follow us on Instagram and TikTok at the Backburners Pod, and give us a listen on your favorite streaming service. We're the Backburners, and we'll whisper sweet nothings in your ear next week. See ya!
Bye.